I took my first trip for a live workshop last week since February of 2020. And I have to say, it went well. And I'm going to provide a clip of some of the highlights of the trip. And again, with some pre-planning, some restructuring of how we do exercises, it's very doable, and I enjoyed it. It was great to get back out and just have live interaction. So watch, and I'll see you at the other end. Okay, I'm in with Conrad in his Uber, heading to the airport. Gosh, this is weird. First trip since February. Just out of practice. Just went through my list 3 or 4 times, make sure I didn't forget anything. Looking forward to it. A little bit nervous, out of practice, but we'll see. Okay, I get to settle in. The first time I've been back to an Admirals Club since last February. Check-in was smooth, not a lot of people. As you can see here, there's just about nobody in this Admirals Club. Well, you can't see because I'm not showing it to you. But yeah, I'm just trying to get my head back into the routine and the rhythm, and that little thing in the back of my head thinking like, wouldn't I forget? I take for granted, I think, how valuable and important getting those daily habits are, and then when you get thrown off. So I kept my power hour this morning, although I cut it to 30 minutes. That's that reflection, meditation, journaling. I've got time to catch up with that in here and then begin the rehearsals for tomorrow. Throwing off the routine, last night when I was disconnecting my cable, so I've got a hub, and so I disconnected my camera, brought a good microphone, had to test all that yesterday, and I'll settle in for a little bit of protein breakfast. I'm pretty much a keto person. I didn't do the intermittent fasting today because I'm going to eat early and then fast through the rest of the day into the evening. And there you go. Okay, travel curveball number 1. I'm in B terminal in Dallas. I just got notification that we will be flying out of D terminal, so I've got to pick up and probably chew up about 20 extra minutes. So plan B will be to put on one of the books. I'm finishing Will Durant's book on lessons in history. I'm looking forward to it. So always have a plan B. Okay, we're at gate D14 and finished the book, Lessons in History by Will and Ariel Durant. Must read. Written in 1968. So relevant for today, especially the last chapter. But again, using all the time and travel productively is great. And one of the first things I'm going to do on the plane is take a power nap, because I woke up, my recovery was in the red zone. My heart rate was up about 5 beats a minute. So the red means my body's trying to recover. So extra vitamin C, had a protein shake this morning, which I normally wait till noon, and I'm just doing everything I can to give my body a chance to catch up. Take care. So we've successfully boarded, or I have, and my bag actually fit. It was packed a little more than normal. It's a smaller flight, and it looks like it's going to be a good day. So this morning on the flight, I'm working on marking up the chart for the workshop tomorrow. It's part of the ritual and discipline, and this really gives a fingerprint for the team. You'll see, for example, that responsibility strength, that is 61% of the group, double the global database, way outside. So this is a get her done group, responsibility, relator, achiever, duty, loyalty, keeping your word, accomplishment. And then you see, this one's interesting because of the clusters. You've got a cluster of green, which is thorough, with deliberative, analytical, ranger. That's kind of a fail-safe combination. And then the orange, belief, self-assurance, discipline, focus. Oh my gosh, that's kind of a bedrock pit bull. When it's working against them, a bit stubborn. Then you see the very first magenta or motivational strengths way down, 18, 19, 21. Those are all what we call the hard motivational strengths. The three soft ones are 24, 28, and 30. So this is a nose to the grindstone, get it done. Very little room for excuses, no room for excuses. We're going to go down and see how they are and see what we can do. Okay, so this is what a conference room looks like that is physically distanced. We've got tables of 5. Each person has their own table. We're using the Core Clarity tool, the Clifton Strengths Assessment. I've arrived at the Holiday Inn. Good morning. Got my power hour in. Read some of Marcus Aurelius, actually listened to Ryan Holiday's review of Marcus Aurelius and the Stoic philosophy of doing what needs to be done, being strict with yourself but lenient with others in terms of acknowledging, accepting that life is tough. And then the third area was Jesus talking about forgiveness, this whole notion of being accepting of life, gracious with others, and learning to forgive and let go. So I'm walking into this workshop today. I feel very privileged. My first trip in a long time. Okay, about 8 minutes to go. Here's the room, getting ready. Playing a little Mark Knopfler in the background here so you can see that. And I use the music to set a little bit of tone and to give people a warning to start getting ready. So I'll turn up the volume in just a little bit. And it looks like we've got our charts marked up here. So the charts are marked up. We're going to be going through the trust matrix today. We're going to have a little bit of introduction on the 7 things and what gets done and have a very full day. Also, I'm measuring this on my Whoop to see what the output is. So I'll check back with you at the next break. Okay, we just finished first morning session and everybody's taping up their building bridges exercise. And it's just so fascinating, you know, you plan, you prep, you go out, and then you just read the moment. So I completely went off script for the last hour, which was a whole lot better than what I had originally planned. Okay, in this exercise, we started with the trust matrix of stories with great jobs and bad jobs and key elements as to why they were bad, what was the kind of the key leading thing early that set the tone. And now this will be worked into keys for success, then the values that we need, and the behaviors, and we'll go like that. Okay, so at the end of the day, measured with my Oura ring, as you can see, the strain on my body was the equivalent of over 29 miles and over 4,500 calories. So that's part of what we call the cognitive load. And what we know now through sports science is that cognitive load and emotional load register the same on your autonomic nervous system as physical load. And that's why we need to have good movement and recovery protocols, not only during an event, but after an event. So as you can see, I was a little bit rusty going out, but the workshop went extremely well. The client loved it, felt it was very effective, even though they were skeptical going in. And again, there's more planning that needs to be done, a little more cumbersomeness with equipment and the physical distancing that we need to do. But it's getting closer. People are feeling more comfortable, and I'm looking forward to the next one. We're open for travel. Take care.